Welcome back to another edition of Solved. Today we are working on a 2012 Hyundai Genesis. We took off the cover right there. You have 4 mounting points right there. They're like suction grommets, 3 and 4. We'll be changing the canister purge valve right there, very common. This is a 2012, so it doesn't have a lot of mileage, but it's definitely a good idea to do. Rather inexpensive. And oops, sorry. So that is your crankshaft position sensor right there. You see the 3 pigtails connections here. It connects to this one right here. That's the one we're going to be disconnecting. So let's go ahead and get into it. So now we are in the trunk area. Just wanted to point out this is where the battery location is. You have your negative terminal here, and then you have your positive terminal located right here. That's where you want to disconnect from. Don't disconnect from anywhere else. Disconnect it from right here, and then we'll put a red cap from a new battery that we put on. Excuse me, it's an old cap from a new battery, and put that on just to make sure it doesn't make contact. I'm going to be using a number 10 millimeter magnetic socket with about looks like a 12-inch extension, 3/8 ratchet. And we'll go ahead and get into it under the hood. Once again, just to remind you, we're going to be disconnecting this pigtail right here and easy access 10 millimeter socket there. That's why I'm recommending that you use a magnetic 10 millimeter socket so it can catch the bolt. Show you like this. Just real fast, want to mention that I changed the configuration. I have the 12-inch plus another 8-inch, and I got rid of the swivel socket because it is a direct line of sight removal. As you can see here, it's just straight on, turning, and that's what we're looking for. That's why you want to use a magnetic, because if you drop that bolt, you'll be saying some cuss words in the 7 different languages. So there's the hole right there, and we're going to disconnect it right there at the pigtail now. Okay, so you're just going to push this clip right here. Comes off nice and easy, and then this side, which is the crankshaft position sensor side, that's held in by a clip right there, which you're gonna have to get a pick for. So just for this part, I wanted to show you I got 3 different picks I selected. You find whatever one works best for you, use that. But we're gonna go ahead and take it off nice and gently. You may have to bend back the bracket ever so slightly. Okay, so before I fully dismount this, I just wanted to show you I used the 90 degree. As you can see, I bent the bracket a little bit. There is this tiny little access hole right there in the center of the screen. And what you do is you take the 90 degree and you have to kind of push it in this way with one hand while lifting this pigtail up, so that the end result is, let's see if I can do it with the other hand. Just pops right up. That easy. And then you have another clip. Excuse me. I'm gonna have to get needle noses down there for that. A little hard to focus today, I don't know why, but you can see it right down there. That little nipple, that's right there. You want to get a pair of needle noses, squeeze that, and then the wire can come out. I stand corrected. You do not need to remove it from the back of there. Right here, you'll see a pressure clip. See right there? That's what you want to remove. Let me see if I can do it all in one shot. Of course the flashlight works. Why wouldn't it? Okay, let's see if I can get back on that. Where are you? Sorry everybody, I'm trying to do it all in one shot for you. Oops, I hit the pause button by accident, but here I left the tool in there. You see this door? You just put the pick in there and twist it like that, and then it comes out. And then now, as you can see, it comes out nice and easy. And then here is the new one. And just to show you, I'm kind of glad this happened. This is your crankshaft position sensor, the part of it that is a magnet. So one of my cotter pins apparently got stuck to it. We'll get that in a moment. So that's all this is a magnetic pickup. So it picks up the signal as the teeth, which I don't know if you'll be able to see because of the crazy angle that we have. Let's see if I can. Yeah, see right there? That spins that item that's right in there that you see, and then this magnetic pickup picks up the signal, transmits it back to the computer, and then that's how the vehicle starts. So now we're gonna go reinstall this. Once again, I correct myself, not reinstall it, but install the new crankshaft position sensor. And now you'll understand why you want to use the magnetic socket, because everything likes to move around, including the camera. You just gotta aim and just start screwing it in. So there you can see that the bolt stayed behind. I like to put it in by hand. If you can reach down there, it's helpful to have somebody who has skinny forearms. Unfortunately, I do not. So as you can see right here, everything is pressing up against the forearm, but pain don't hurt, right? Okay, now we're going to connect the wire, and don't forget to torque down the bolt to manufacturer specification. I will put that in the details of the video so you can reflect off that along with any part numbers and tools that would be necessary for the job. Let's weave that wire back into place and then reconnect it to the clip. Before I continue, I also should have mentioned at the beginning of the video, you want to clear the codes before doing the job, before disconnecting the battery. So hopefully you didn't do that yet, and well, if you did, no big deal, but it's always a good idea to clear the codes prior to installation. Another good tidbit of information, you see that little blue mark over there that's on the wire? That is the portion of the wire that goes into the clipped area, which we remove. You see it sticking through there. So that's the part that's got to go in there. So that way when the clip goes against it, it doesn't pierce the housing of the wire. And that's how you know you have the proper length mounted into the bracket, which we'll get to in a moment. So now you can see that the blue portion of the wire is in. It does slide in and out, but it's never going to be 100%, but you try to get as close as you can. And then now we'll hook it up right here on the bracket. Okay, so you see here, this is the bracket. Listen for the click. It's a very light click. And now that's secure. And put the pigtail on, listen for the click. Now that's secure. And now your crankshaft position sensor is done, but we're not finished yet. We're gonna move on to the canister purge valve here. Okay, so the first thing you wanna do is remove the two tension clips right here and here. And of course, you're gonna remove the electrical plug there. And then of course, we have the 10mm here. Since we already have the magnetic socket on there, might as well keep it on there because there's a lot of valley down here. You don't wanna lose that bolt in. Okay, now you can see I moved the clips back, okay? And now the trick is to get off these hoses. You can do it a number of different ways. By the way, I used a bent 45-degree angle needle nose there. You can use any one of these here, whatever flavor you like. They all have different angles as well. And what you want to do is get in there like this and get behind it and slowly work it off. Now, when not holding the camera, obviously, let me see if I can do it. Maybe that'll hold. The other hand, you want to spin, but ever so gently so that you work it off. Oop. All right, trying to get it all in one shot for you. There you go. This one guy should have made 3 arms. And then you just wiggle it off nicely there. Do the same thing on the other side, which, just to show you an example, another way of doing it is gently take the needle nose and spin the hose ever so gently. Hold and support this because you want to break the connection that the hose has been sealed against there. And if it's giving you a fight, you can disconnect the hose right here, because it does come with a replacement hose. And then once again, you can work the hose off by sliding it underneath there. Oop. caught it. Slide it underneath the hose. And again, you would normally work it off with your hand. So what you want to do is disconnect this. Okay. Oh, magnet didn't hold it. No, it is a steel bolt. Then you have a little clip here. So you dismount that and pull it down like that. Now that this is loose here, you can see it's starting to turn. And then it works itself off. Now we're going to replace it. By the way, this is the new piece of hose that they give. I thought it was a little bit short, so we may have to reuse this. We'll just have to take it off from there. So this is the complete replacement assembly, but as you can see here, the bracket, let me see, I get in position. The bracket needs to be swapped over onto here. And I just used the 45-degree angle needle nose and I worked it out. Now, I'm just going to get it so work it back in. And just so you know, it goes in from the right. Push it in together. Don't matter if you cheat and use a little bit of lubricant, that's fine too. Just want to get it in place. I want to take a notice for a moment here. As you can see, this is the original one in my left hand. This is the aftermarket, the replacement rubber isolator that it comes with. It looks a little different and the slot is in the wrong place. So way to go, Hyundai. All right, finishing up the job here. I'm going to install the bolt. That'll make it easier. This hose, by the way, is plenty, more than enough. So we got that connected there. You can turn this down because that's the original position that it was in. And then you go ahead and tighten everything up. Move everything where you need it to be. Oops, I hit pause again. And then we put the clip in. I want to hear that click. Okay. And just tighten up these clamps here. And we are ready to rumble. Very good to go. Thanks so much for watching. Another edition of Solved on this 2012 Hyundai Genesis. Once again for the crankshaft position sensor and the purge valve canister replacement here. If you liked the video, you think it helped you, or you know it could help somebody, please share, subscribe, like, and follow. Please leave any comments or questions and we'll try to get back to them as soon as we can. Again, don't forget to check the detail page. You'll have a full list of parts, tools, and everything else discussed in the video. Thanks so much for watching another edition of Solved. We'll see you in the next video. Stay safe out there.